Everybody, this is Nate doing another day hike. It's going to be an interesting trip. Can't say we'll be successful, but I don't think you'd be watching this unless I was. So we're headed up right now to Cerro Pedernal, which is one of the most famous mountains in New Mexico. Definitely going to be testing my limits a little bit. I think I said before on this channel, I have a pretty bad fear of heights, which is not a good trait for somebody who likes peak bagging to have. So this is going to be testing my limits a little bit. This mountain is known for having, I think, most typically rate it either a high class 3 or class 4 crux, where you have to rock climb about 12 to 15 feet up a wall, and then you get, I think the rest of the trip is a class 2 scramble. But what makes it especially interesting is that it's been raining basically the past week straight in northern New Mexico. It's supposed to rain today too, but I woke up early this morning, saw that there was sub 10% chances for rain for about a 4 to 5 hour block of this area. So I figured, you know what, if nothing else, I'm gonna get out, get some miles in, scout out everything. If it starts thundering, it starts pouring, I'll just turn around and go home. Roads in were pretty good, which is saying a lot despite the all the rain we've been getting. Although the road up to Temeline Canyon, that I would say merits 4-wheel drive and high clearance. And there, I did get to a pretty bad section with mud pits, and that's where I stopped and started walking. And I think that's true for most people. The other road, Forest Road 100, really good shape. Even with all the rain, I think you'd have no problem in like a Subaru or something. We're not at the technical portion yet, but we've now gotten off, I think, the road, and we're hiking up to the shoulder of the peak via this trail, and it's going to be a lot steeper than the rest of the hike. So far, really easy. Didn't get much sleep last night. I actually went to a concert in Albuquerque, saw Conan, the doom metal band. It was a great show, but you know, honestly, if the weather didn't look good today, I would have loved to have done this tomorrow. But the weather tomorrow looks not great. So we're on very little sleep. And again, I'm not sure we'll even be able to make it to the top. I keep hearing planes. It keeps making me think it's thunder. At this point, if I heard thunder, I'd probably just turn around and go home, because it's hard to tell because of all the cloud coverage, but we're pretty high up and pretty exposed right now, I think. What a view of nothing. Well, here it is, the famous Pedernal crux. Jeez. I'm going to try something here, give you an idea of steepness. So, let's see. I think we can do it. All right, we made it up the crux. I think, anyway. I didn't think it was all that hard. So we're gonna keep going up this way. Oh my God, this is amazing. This is like, you know, when I do these bad weather hikes or iffy weather hikes, I've learned that if you can do it right and you get lucky and you don't get stormed on or something or poured on, you end up with views like this. This is just awesome being above the clouds. Obviously, I'm not going to do a peak show off this video because there's nothing to show you. It's extremely cloudy, and I'm probably not going to spend too long on the summit just because it is supposed to rain sometime today, and I'd rather not be up here if that starts early. All right, I think my time on the mountain is coming to a close. The longer I stay up here, the longer I risk getting caught in some kind of rain or thunderstorm, which I definitely don't want to happen. I'd actually be more nervous about it if I couldn't see out this way, because this way is all just clouds. So yeah, time to head down. But one thing I was thinking about on the way up here was like, this is probably, I think that as I think about it more, this is probably New Mexico's second most famous mountain. I think more eyes have been laid on images or paintings or videos of this mountain than any other peak except for maybe Shiprock. Shiprock, obviously in the Farmington area, that one is just super famous, super beautiful. This mountain, of course, George O'Keeffe painted it quite a bit. You saw, or you have seen, or you will see some images of paintings she made of the summit. And she obviously based out of Ghost Ranch, sort of close to Abiquiu. Great view of this peak. And yeah, like I said, more eyes have probably seen this mountain than any other mountain in New Mexico aside maybe Shiprock. You know, obviously, if you really want to get into minutia, yeah, like the Sandias, obviously if you fly into Albuquerque, you've seen the Sandias, but you know what I mean. This is, people around the world have seen this summit, even if they've never been to New Mexico. And it is a beautiful summit. I'm extremely grateful to be up here. I'm grateful that the weather held out long enough for me to summit the peak, and that the crux was not too difficult. The rocks weren't really wet or anything. So just A+ mountain, A+ climb. Thanks for joining me. Let's head down the peak. Maybe I should have mentioned, I probably actually wouldn't have done this peak with the weather in the forecast, aside from the fact that I do have a channel update to share, which is that I think I've mentioned it before, but in case I haven't made it clear, my wife and I are expecting a baby girl at the end of June, and obviously, especially subsequent children tend to come early, so probably it's actually a chance that this could be my last hike if there's weather next weekend. I do have a hike or two planned for next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, but if there's bad weather or something and I can't get out, I'm not going in June just because I need to be on the call. If I get that call, I need to be back in town within like an hour. So because of that, yeah, I won't be doing any hiking in June, and probably right after my daughter is born, I will also not be doing much hiking. So if I go dark for a little while, as far as the hikes go, don't worry. That's the reason why. And we're down. Maybe it took a little bit more thought coming down, but really not that bad, I don't think. But your mileage may vary. Before I finish the hike, I do want to say I want to refer you to the description below. If you're thinking about doing this hike, there's a really good video by SFSR. I don't know what that is, Santa Fe something or other, where they show it. Looks like 3 people hiking up to Pedernal. They rope up. I don't think that's necessary, but they felt comfortable doing that, so that's fine. And you get a really good idea watching that video of what that crux is like. So if you're thinking about doing this hike and you're nervous about that section, definitely watch that video that I'll link below. Also, I want to say that mountain forecasts showed that it was going to be raining all day today, and Google Maps or Google Weather showed that it was not. So I tend to prefer Google Weather. So if you're looking to do hiking and you're tempted by mountain forecasts, I find that Google Weather is a little more accurate in my opinion.